Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. And today we've got a game between TLO and a barcode player here on Ascension to Aiur, the latter edition. In the bottom right-hand corner of the map, it is the red Protoss player. His name is Barcode from zmniak. All I know is this is an European Union GM ladder player. I guess EU would have been shorter to say. And in the top left-hand corner of the map, it is the blue Zerg player from Team Liquid and Germany. It is TLO. So this is a 4.02 replay. This means that the latest balance patch available for StarCraft 2. They made some patches, did some bug fixes and stuff, but no balance patches since this one. So this is the latest and greatest. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate the support of all those who watch my replays and watch my casts. It's great to have you here. It really is fun to see the comments that come in. I get notified of every comment that comes into my channel through my phone, through the YouTube app, and I read them all. If you have ever made a comment and wondered if I can read that, I did. I've read every comment that's ever come onto my channel in the almost 3 years I've been casting, so keep that in mind. I can't respond to all of them. It would take a while to respond to everyone, but I see them. I guarantee, I promise you, I see them all and read them all probably multiple times throughout the day. It just means a lot. It means a lot. So if you want to ever feel like, just, drop a line, say hello. Have any questions for me, I'll probably more likely than not answer it. I do like to answer questions. Alrighty then, so this is again 402. We've got the shield batteries. We've got adepts with greater vision on their psionic transfer shade form. We have the ability to recall stuff using the Nexus. Infestors can no longer burrow cast. That's something that a lot of people have been looking forward to for some time. And we'll see if Barcode takes advantage of that today. Again, all I know is he's a really good Protoss player. This absolutely could go either way. TLO is an excellent player in his own right, but any day he can get caught unawares. He can just get out microed, out macroed, out surprised by his opponent and lose it. We've seen it. We've seen it before. Oh, lost the game. Barcode Protoss player was trying to play the game where you mine from these mineral patches so that the drones will not use it. And it messes up their pathing a little bit, but if you let the probe mine for too long, then suddenly there's a mouthful of minerals and nowhere to put them, and you can't play the game anymore. You get shut down, sadly enough. So, TLO going for a bit of a two-base play here, I feel like. Oh, no. He was just waiting until he had some lings to protect. Get the pylon down. There it is. Gets the block. Zmniak. I'm going to call him Zmniak. That's a fun name to say, and I know it's the clan, but Zmniak it is. Zerglings are here to knock this thing down. It's a delay tactic. It's not going to work forever. Another pylon and the cancel. All right, this player's pretty good. This player's not shabby. There's another cancel still blocking. An adept comes in to try to get the drone. Are you kidding me? Oh, just turns it into an extractor at the very last second. The delay tactics on display are disgusting. Another block. What is going on right now? I think the adept is going to die. One more hit. Oh, stays alive with 4 kills and 6 hit points. Okay, that was amazing. That was incredible. All right, we're going to search zmniak SC2 and see what we get. But that was some of the best adept plays, some of the best delaying tactics I've seen ever. So whoever this is not working. Zmniak SC2 brought up some like medical journal things. StarCraft? Is that helping? No, it really doesn't. What is going on? Apparently, the zmniak clan doesn't exist. The Google doesn't know what it is. Search for English results only. Yeah, let's do that. No. This is not helping. Okay, this doesn't exist. I don't know who this clan is, but I'm going to go with it is Showtime. Showtime alt. Here comes an Oracle swooping right on in here. What is happening? Yeah, this is a good Protoss player. Zap, 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 zap. Says the queen, getting rid of the Oracle. Should we name this Oracle? I guess we should name this Oracle. Let's do it. Oracle name, according to the one submitted to me through the comments of my channel and videos, is going to be, it's only the one, so don't, it's Arya Stark. The faceless men weren't enough. Arya needed more in order to complete her kill list, and then she found the Nerazim. That's where her training as an Oracle begins. All right. Arya Stark, the Oracle. Let's see what you can do here. Another Oracle's on the way, though. It's fine. Solo play and double Stargate here. Is this? No, this can't be Mass Oracle, could it? Could it possibly be from zmniak? This is great. Oh no, idle drones. TLO. Okay, got him to work. Got him to work there as soon as I noticed. That's good news. Where did Arya go? Arya's defending this third base. Without Photon Overcharge, you kind of need something to deal with mass number of lings. And Oracle's not exactly what they want to do. They want to kill drones. But if they can kill a bunch of lings and save a third base, they'll do it, which I think is what this is. It is going to be Mass Oracle. Woohoo! zmniak Mass Oracling in 402. So I believe the build time was increased a little bit to compensate, right? To compensate for the chrono boost available now. And they do the same type of damage they used to do, so nothing much has changed there. You're going to kill this queen? Double Pulsar Beam versus queen. Bam! Queen goes down, but more queens are here. And woo, picks off Arya. Oh no, Arya! Arya is dead. And other Oracle goes home. A shield battery is coming up. I think that's at the third base. In fact, it is. At the third base, deal with those annoying ling run-bys. Phoenix is out here too, so we're sky tossing it hard. TLO just has a bunch of queens. Seems to be working for him so far. So far, so good. Lost a queen, that's about it. Any drones? No. No drones. He's been babysitting his drones so very, very well. Ling's trying to run on in here to the third base, getting chased away by the Mass Oracle. All right, so zmniak knows what he's about, and he's going to be about Mass Oracles. Let's see if we can get something done. Also, a lot of Adepts. Adepts are here, but they don't have Resonating Glaives, which makes the Lings that much better against them. Still not enough, as they decide it's time to retreat. Got ourselves some Adepts. Still no. Saving that gas for something else, it looks like. Working in a robotics facility, getting a 4 tier 2. It's not going to be Mass Oracle forever, but it is a lot of Oracles. Here comes a 6-minute push of Oracle Adepts. Oracle's trying to move on into the main base. The Adepts also moving on into the main base. There's so many Lings here. Going for it! And the Oracle's burning down these queens, lifting up one of the queens so that it can't transfuse, so it can't attack here. The Adepts are all getting surrounded and murdered, though. And forced to retreat here is zmniak. The queens are too much. There are 4 remaining. And only 3 Oracles, which is not a good fight. Not a good fight. And a retreating Ling counterattack time from TLO. Moving on into the third base. Warping in some Zealots. Got some sentries. Got that shield battery. Hopefully, it's going to be enough for zmniak. Aspire on the way from TLO back home, too. We'll see if that's going to be Corruptors or Mutas or really any of that's going to be pretty good against these Oracles. But I feel like Muta's going to be a better answer. Getting to fourth base. Down south is TLO 2. Just basically expanding straight down this left side. Getting an evolution chamber for them upgrades, getting muscular augments, +2 melee attack, and speed for overlords, all at the same time. APM for these players is through the roof. TLO's is always very high. It's sitting around 500, 600, and zmniak an average of 317 on the game so far. So this person is not a joke. Whoever this is, it's got to be a smurf of some kind. This barcode account that they're playing under. It does keep people from stream sniping you and finding your replays if they're going to play against you in a tournament in the future, so it makes sense why this is happening, but kind of wish I knew exactly who it was. Got to do some more Googling, and maybe I'll have a title for you when the time comes. zmniak is actually going Colossus. New and improved Colossus. With extended thermal lance, you're doing more damage than they used to do. If it's going to be Hydras for TLO, the Colossus should be a good answer. Mutas, 13 Mutas, though. TLO's answer is going to be 13 Mutalisks. +1 flyer attack getting started here, too. Oh, one of the Oracles does get murdered by the Queens. A little bit too close. Flew a little tiny bit too close to the sun. And getting some Void Rays. This is some very unorthodox Protoss play. I like it. The transition into Void Ray Colossus with additional shield batteries on the way. Trying to build those at the fourth base. That desperately trying to hold up north here. Ling's going to try to force a cancel. Void Rays get him. Void Rays go. Did force a cancel, but it wasn't that far along. So I made some lost resources, but that's about it. Really, Banelings? Are you serious? You're coming in here? I guess they got the probe. All right, got the probe. Lost a Baneling and a Ling in the process, but did delay this fourth base. Meanwhile, an attack up here at the front with some Berglings getting shut down. Oracle's trying to do stuff. Revelation being tossed on top of the Mutalisks, flying too close to a Spore Crawler and too close to these Mutas. Near almost dying, but no. What's the speed on these guys? 5-6 move speed versus a 5-6 move speed. So, Muta and Oracle fly speed, the exact same. Zerglings again attacking in the front without Photon Overcharge. This is a little bit easier for TLO as it turns on out. So Ling Muta's here. There are some Phoenix out. Good job with the Phoenix. I guess they're already Phoenix out, so it's not too much of a deal. And he does force TLO away from this natural base without losing too much. Still really needs this fourth, though. I'd feel better about zmniak's chances if he had this fourth base up, but he's just been too distracted. This Ling Muta Baneling thing TLO's running with is weird. He doesn't even have speed for his Banelings, which is... I don't know why. If you have any number of Banelings, you should get speed for them. But I guess if he only has one, and he lost one. Okay, he made 2 Banelings. He was not really committing to this, is what I'm trying to say. And that should probably tell zmniak something. If he doesn't see speed, on the Banelings, then it's probably not a committal. Zergling's going to force a cancel. Oh, they just got the kill on the 4th. Not even able to cancel it with zmniak, but Colossus are out. Colossus is a problem for these Lings and these Hydras. The Mutas aren't a great answer necessarily either, but here he comes attacking into the main base anyway, right through the hole in the front door. Phoenix trying to get rid of these Mutalisks. Stalker is trying to deal with them too. The Lings inside the main. Phoenix forced to lift and kill them. The shield battery saving a couple of these probes, but not doing super well. Hydra's attacking into this 4th base, which again is still not going to be allowed to be completed even a teeny tiny bit. Getting rid of the shield batteries, Zealots and Stalkers attacking on in, trying to save them alive. Saving that 4th base, a 5th base on the way from TLO. This is starting to steamroll in the Zerg player's favor, everybody. The Mutalisk flock is really big. It's still really big. There are 12 of them. Trying to go Stalker, Phoenix against them, and not bad, actually. Pretty good job whittling down this Muta flock. The Hydras are another problem, though. Hydras right on top of these Stalkers. They do very well. Zealots, oh, surprise attack from the backside. Coming in with the Colossus, and the Stalkers lifting and killing. And zmniak does save the day. He does hold off TLO quite nicely there. Doesn't lose a whole lot either, I would say. What are we looking at for resources lost? 8,000? We'll go 8,000 plus for TLO versus 6,900 for zmniak. So far, so good for the Protoss player. He really needs a 4th. But you know what? He decided, I'm going to go for the attack. I'm not going to go for a 4th base. If we're going to base race this thing, we're going to base race this thing. So be it. Attacking right on in. There are some lurkers out for TLO, and they do have that new speedy tunneling claws upgrade. What is that one called? Digging claws upgrade, where they can burrow and unburrow super fast. Look at that. Zoop. Oh, it's so good. Such a good upgrade. 4th base in trouble for TLO, though. I think he just has to sack it. And he is. He's not even really bothering to get on in here. But he does have, again, Lings, Mutas in here at the 3rd base. Some Zealots trying to hold it against these Lings, but there aren't enough of them. Not enough at all. So 4th base done. A lot of these drones are getting absolutely massacred in the process. This is a good game. Good game. 4th base out for TLO. 5th base, not really anything going on there either. Immortals and Zealots gonna clean up the Lings here at this 3rd base. So he keeps the 3rd base, and again, still mining from the main a little bit. This is not earlier Legacy of the Void. This is latest patch. Legacy of the Void here. And he's going to be able to mine off of 3 bases for just a little bit longer. Colossus trying to do what they can against these lurkers. The range with extended thermal lance is 9. Lurker range is going to be 9 too. So you can't just outrange them. You're going to be taking damage as you try to stab them down. Lurker, a pretty good response to Colossus. Trying to get a 4th base down here is zmniak to the left of the natural, but guess you found it. A bunch of Zerglings and a drone for some reason. A drone is here attacking, letting some DPS. I guess it's not really a base race, but what is this? What do you call this? Like, zmniak's not bringing his army home to deal with this. He's trying to threaten, but he's not going all out for it here. The lurkers coming on up and just burrowing. Just burrowing as close as they can, getting those spines off. This is disgusting. This is absolutely gross. Out of the Zerg player right now. TLO killing it. Lifting the lurkers, trying to kill a bunch of them, but not really able to pull it off here. 109 to 109 total supply. Perfectly even. And somehow saved this 4th base too. I guess warped in some Zealots and had a shield battery, and it was enough. Wow. Zealots warping in, making sure the 4th base by TLO is not being reconstructed. Pushing back again is zmniak. Getting some Archons, which are good. They don't take bonus damage from lurkers, and so they can take a little bit better than Immortals and Colossus can. And this 5th base of TLO is just going to die. We're going to be on 3 base to 3 base. Although, what is this? Lurkers. Oh, no. Lurkers causing big problems at the 3rd base of zmniak. Also, more lurkers here at the 4th base of zmniak. Yeah, this might just be base racing. I know I said that before, but this time it really feels like it is. This Hydra Ling versus these Colossus and these Archons is not going to be enough. Hallucinated Phoenix taking most of the Spore Crawler damage there, which is hilarious. Lurkers are undefended right now at the 3rd base and the 4th base of zmniak. Loses the 4th base entirely. Trying to push up here, clear more of these creep tumors out. TLO is forced to be making Zerglings, which is really bad in the situation. He is making another Lurker, which is useful, and he's just going to kind of hunker down and say, why don't you come up this ramp and see what you like. zmniak says, all right. All right, man. Here we go. No, just kidding. Pulling back. Pulling back. Don't really like that all that very much. More okay, making additional High Templars. zmniak has enough money to do this? And 4 more Archons. Wow. Wow, mass Archon here with some Colossus support. 19 kills, 13 kills, and 17 kills on these Colossus. That is pretty good stuff. Zerglings rolling in with some Lurker support. But instant burrow is hilarious. It just makes me laugh. It's kind of like the instant transformation on Hellbats. Oh, getting the lift on the Lurkers. The Archon's here to murder them while they're in the sky and while they're in the ground. And Zmniak does manage to save it, but Zerglings are all inside his natural base. Big old attack of 1,000,000 Lurkers up to his third base, too. This is going extremely poorly right now for the Protoss player. He's hanging on as best he can, but where do all these Lurkers come from? TLO recognized he wasn't being sieged anymore and just pulled his Lurkers out, killed the third base, and he's going to go home. I mean, these Lurkers do so much damage. 33 damage splash versus armored is just problematic. Just problematic. 122 to 140 total supply. TLO has that lead. And it's getting rid of the Hydras pretty easily here. The Archon's in the front trying to tank it, trying to do a lot of splash damage on the biological stuff too. And these Lurkers are actually getting murdered. Whoa! Zmniak cleans that up a lot more easily than I thought he was going to be able to. 22 kills on one of these Immortals. TLO making more Lings, making more Hydras. I don't know if that's going to be enough. It's 98 to 89 total supply. We are changing leads in supply count like that, but it's only 31 probes to 61 drones. TLO's income at this point is 1,400 minerals versus 500 minerals for Zmniak, but he has the better army composition, I would say. Hydra Ling against Archon Zealot Colossus is not going to work out. TLO's attempt at his 6th base is dead. He never replaced his 4th base. He never replaced his 5th base. This is probably getting an epic tag. This game is amazing. Oh, amazing. All right, it's not a huge army, but it's working. It's working for Zmniak. Got these Phoenix he's playing with extremely well, too. This 3rd base of TLO's is just going to die. Really no saving it. Lings, no, Archons, just stay and fight. Just stand and fight. Oh, the Archons got killed here at this 3rd base location. A lot of probes going down, too. This is the final stand for Zmniak. He's losing his 3rd base. Can he save it? I don't think he can. There's enough army back home to make it happen. The Spire's going to go down. TLO is trying to replant his 6th base here, and he's long-distance mining. That's how desperate his income situation has suddenly become. Zergling's going to town on this 3rd. Zmniak doesn't care. Zmniak says, I've got the army for this. His Archons are regenerating shields. I mean, not slowly, but not super fast either. Phoenix looking at what is up here. It's a big old Lurker spread. Oh, no. It's 7 Lurkers on the ground. It's an evolution chamber blocking off pathing. It's a couple spore crawlers here, too. Getting rid... Okay, can actually range and get rid of the spore crawler and this evolution chamber. Moderate win. Moderate win for Zmniak here. Additional spore crawlers going to be built. Just not a lot of damage against buildings. Don't get so close. Don't get too close so the Lurkers can kill you. Yeah, don't be doing that. Don't be doing that. Evolution chamber, Queen getting stabbed away here too. The Colossus are just playing the range game, which I enjoy very, very much. Oh, the Abduct! Actually using an Abduct on a Colossus to kill it. What? What? That's what we saw initially as promised. The main use of Abduct was for, is to abduct Colossus into big groups of Zerg units and kill them, but you don't see it a lot, and that was a big-time play. With only 2 Colossus instead of 3, I don't know about this. Is he really going home? I don't know if you can afford to go home. TLO's 6th base has been established. He's making a 7th base. No, he's done with his 7th base, kind of in the middle of the map, just north of these Zmniak watchtowers. And Zmniak's going to try and kill it. Zmniak wants to kill this thing real bad. It's 97 to 105 total supply. It is neck and neck, as they say in the horse racing industry, which I actually am unfamiliar with, except for certain things. Abducting an Archon to murder it. Wait, Archon live. Archon, no, Archon. Oh, Queen finished him off. Long distance mining drones getting massacred here. Oh, TLO can't really afford to lose any drones. Although he is up 55 to 20 total harvesters, so that's not good. Oh, how are these Lings everywhere? How are they everywhere for TLO? This ring around the rosy play by the Archon was nice, though. He does manage to save this new 4th base. Probes here, long distance mining as well, as the mineral patches are gone from the main base. They are very sparse here in the natural. Just kind of hanging out in the middle of the map is Zmniak. I don't know, man. These Vipers turning the tables for TLO. He's replacing his Spire. He's getting more Hydralisks. It's 106 to 102 total supply, and a lot of that's army for Zmniak, because he's down by 20 workers compared to TLO. That means his army is bigger and it is stronger, but these Lurkers are kind of big-time problems. Big time problems. If you're having problems with Colossus as Zerg, it turns out Colossus are not bad, especially if they have that Digging Claws upgrade, which I've seen Zerg players use a lot in 402, so it's good. It's a good upgrade. It's just time is everything, right? Time is everything in StarCraft 2. If you can do things faster, you're going to have a better chance of winning. And if you can burrow instantly, as opposed to even just a 1.5 second burrow, I mean, doesn't sound like much, but trust me, a 1.5 second burrow compared to what this is incredible. Can I see how fast it is? No, it doesn't give me timings, but you know it's zippy. It's incredibly zippy. Just more and more and more lurkers being constructed. 12 for the TLO. zmniak seems unsure of what to do. Exactly. He's wandering around the middle of the map aimlessly. He's getting his 4th base. It is up and running, which is good. Which is really good for him. TLO going for the Greater Spire, though. Broodlords are pretty much the answer to this composition from zmniak. Archons are pretty good if they can get directly under the Broodlords, but everything else here, the Immortals, the High Templar, even if they do happen to have Storm and they don't, which is problematic. They have that basic attack, though. That's something that's also new in 4.0. Psyblast. 7 damage, range of 6, weapon speed 1.25. Yeah, that's good. But getting against Broodlord's not really exactly what you're looking for as a Protoss player. Zergling's saying, is this space back up north? No, it's not. All right, we're just going to murder it. The Lings do happen to have the +2/+2. Really not working on the +3/+3. He's had other things on his mind as TLO. And going for a 5th base is zmniak here. Things have really calmed down. And a Zealot warping here inside the main base. Get out of there. There's lurkers. Blah. Splash damage. Major problematic here. Trying to come up TLO. Get rid of this 5th base. No. Says zmniak, I'm to defend that. Zergling run by into the natural. Free High Templar. Get him. Get the High Templar. Backing himself into a corner and lifting the High Templar to save it. Who is this Protoss player? I will find out. I vow I will figure out who this is. Oh, to recall home to deal with a couple Zerglings. I mean, I guess your probe count is hurting enough that you want to save it as much as possible. But it is 41-46. But Ling attack coming into this 5th. Lings and Hydras and Lurkers. That recall might have been a major problem and a mistake for zmniak. Archon's trying to defend 13 kills and 18 kills, but they do end up falling, canceling that 5th base entirely, and everything else gets murdered. And TLO pulls back. He says, I'm good. Got 2 mining bases. You've got 1. I have the advantage. I got Broodlords coming. Void Rays in production for zmniak. Does he know about the Broodlords? Where is my Greater Spire at? Let's find the Greater Spire. Here it is. Has it been detected by our Protoss? No. He doesn't know that there's Broodlords out unless he caught a glimpse of one. Wait, were there any? Yeah. I mean, I think they're just popping now. Viper is using Consume to suck energy off that hatchery. zmniak, again, I just don't think has the answer to the Broodlords, but he is playing within the... I mean, he's playing APMs over 600 right now for this guy. He's playing fast. He's playing hard. He's expanding as he's putting some pressure on TLO. This is a good player. I'm going to label him as such. A good player, I will say. Woo! Zerglings trying to get rid of the 5th base again. There are 2 Colossus and Void Rays and some Archons here. These Zerglings are going to have some trouble. Yeah, they thought they could surround that Colossus and kill it, but no. There's too much other support there. Too much support for the Protoss player. This was played on ladder, you guys. This is the example of what we get on GM ladder sometimes. It can vary. It can vary for sure in quality, but sometimes 2 incredible players get matched up against each other, and it turns into a 23-minute just absolutely epic destruction fest on both sides here. Zerglings running around. They do have the speed benefit against these Zealots that are chasing them, despite the fact that they have a speed upgrade themselves in that there's charge. I guess Evolution Chamber a decent target? I don't know. What are they trying? They don't know what they're trying to kill. They're just trying to survive. It's not working super well. Trying to position themselves in a way so they don't die, but no, that doesn't really work. Does it? zmniak holding here inside the middle of the map here, coming down, and here's the Broodlords. Wham! Broodling strike, hitting these Archons. Poor Archon. Run, Archon, run. These Broodlings want to murder you so bad, and does live thanks to help from his friends. Gets by with a little help from his friends. 5th base here. More Void Rays in production. I kind of like the Void Ray. Period here. Broodlord's bad against Void Rays. Lurker's bad against Void Rays. There are 17 Hydras, though, which are great against Void Rays. TLO might have exactly what he needs here. Got some links at the natural base attacking. TLO's oldest time. Zealot trying to hang on by himself. Doing fairly well. Actually, another big old warping of Zealots to defend this. And they win. And they absolutely win. More Templar here. They still don't have the Storm. So, I mean, it's just basic attacks or feedbacks or Archon play for them is all. I would love to see Storm here. Going for a fleet beacon at 25 minutes when he's effectively on 2 mining bases is zmniak. I like the guts. I like the guts on this player for sure. Carrier's not bad. Carrier not bad. They did increase the cost of interceptors from 10 to 15 per. So where you're mineral starved here as zmniak is, sitting on 200 minerals, maybe Carrier is not what you want. Maybe he's doing this for upgrades. Fleet beacon for additional air upgrades. Again, the Broodlords just being slow. That's what they are. They're ponderous. Move speed of under 2. But they're siege weapons. Everything siege weapony is slow. Tempests are slow, right? Battle cruisers are slow. Tanks are slow. I guess lurkers are fast, and they're kind of sieging. Jeez, look at that. Low ground burrow, just going after this 5th base like it stole something from these lurkers. Bam. Assimilator dead. Full pull of the probes there, too. We do have Hydralisks trying to attack down, but no, good old Stalker Colossus combo. Making sure that doesn't happen. Making some infestors here, too. It's 172 to 183 total supply. How are we effectively maxed out at this point? Here comes the swarm running into this 5th base location. Colossus down. Zealots trying to hold it against this Ling Hydra attack, but no. It's not going to be enough. The army in the middle of the map trying to cut off the forces of TLO and take them down. Parasitic bomb being tossed down onto the Void Rays here as well. Is it going to be enough? They're using prismatic alignment, trying to kill everything they can. Is it going to work out for zmniak? And you know what? Maybe it's going to. These Broodlords are in a heck of a lot of trouble right now. Actually recalling to this 5th base to try and save it, but there are too many Broodlings, and it does end up going down. Losing the 5th base is zmniak. Losing Colossus, and there's just not enough anti-air here. Okay, there was enough anti-air there. The Broodlords all did end up getting killed. But suddenly we're down to 34 supply for zmniak. The lurkers are burrowing inside your natural base, which is bad. The Void Rays trying to win this thing by themselves, and a couple Tempest actually out. Oh, the Tempest were for the Broodlords. Right. Didn't actually need them, as it turns out, but that's okay. Lurkers just whoop. Instant burrow inside the main base. Going to town on all of these buildings. These buildings do not stand even the tiniest bit of a chance. Ling Hydra just making sure that this observer never gets built. Can they make sure this observer never gets built? Yes. Sorry, observer, you're never going to get built. And that's it. I mean, zmniak's done. 31 supply, 1 probe remaining. He's got his Void Ray fleet, where he's going to kill all these lurkers. I like it. I like this last-ditch effort to win the game with this Void Ray group. 10 kills on that Void Ray, 5 kills on that one, and a couple Tempest. But that's it. Good game from zmniak. Wow. zmniak's defeated, and TLO is victorious in 28 minutes and 5 seconds. Oh. That was a good game. I mean, come on. Even if you're a Protoss player and you're like, I'm upset Protoss didn't win. You get it, right? This was a really, really great game. Just amazing back and forths. I feel like TLO really hit zmniak with some good hard hits early in the game. zmniak just didn't die. I mean, he effectively had his army maxed out again. Was on 2 bases mining. Couldn't pull it off in the end. I liked what he's doing. He made great decisions the entire time. But just TLO with those lurkers, major problems for him. zmniak never really found a major response except for the Void Rays at the end of the game. But by then, it was too late. I mean, look how even resources lost is. 46,000 lost for TLO compared to 43,600 lost for TLO. That is incredibly even. 371 Lings died, 88 Hydras, 13 Mutas, 5 Broodlords, 34 lurkers died. That's more than I expected to see. 34 is a lot of dead lurkers, but he made a lot, right? TLO ended up with 1. Oh. Well, he made 35 lurkers in this game. 4 hatcheries died too. I mean, that's it. Like, there were several bases that died from zmniak. Oh, who opened Mass Oracle, in case you forgot? 5 Oracles died, 9 Void Rays, 22 Stalkers, 17 Archons, 73 Zealots, and where is my Colossus dead count? Only 3 dead Colossus, but That's all he made, right? That was all that he made? Yeah, that's all he made. So 100% of the Colossus died. Wow. I like the state of PV or ZVP right now. It is very entertaining. It is excellent. All right. So that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and a Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching. You take care of yourself.